Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2022 mid-month general readings. We're looking at the last half of November, and this reading is for our crabs, the water sign of Cancer. Welcome everyone. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. As always, thank you for your love and support on this YouTube channel. Likes, shares, subscribes, your comments, donations, those of you who reach out for personal readings and keep me so busy. So much gratitude for you. Thank you. And for those of you who will be celebrating Thanksgiving at the end of this month or towards the end of this month, happy Thanksgiving to you. So, Cancer, this is for you for the last half of November 2022. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Cancer, it's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Cancerian. It's a general reading, so of course it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. So if you know any or all of your other signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them because it can bring in, a little additional perspective and point of view and insight into what's going on in your situation. And for those of you who feel like a reading hits home, it really resonates with you, and you'd like to maybe take a deeper look and reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or information about that, you can click on the description link with this video for contact info. Contact me email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. I can usually respond the same day with information about the services I provide. I offer quite a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. And I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling. So if that's something you're interested in, please email me. Okay, Cancer, let's see what the last half of November looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. We begin with the Three of Coins: partnership, teamwork, collaboration, negotiation. Trying to work together towards the same thing. With Faith, also in other decks called the Hierophant, which is more of an institutional energy like universities, hospitals, institutions, government, organized religions, churches. So here it has more of a direct relation to faith, but it still has the same Hierophant energy. So it may be an organized group of some kind. Next we have the Lovers. Relationship at a crossroads. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but with the Lovers it often implies that it is. Now, the Lovers represents a decision or a choice that has to be made that's going to significantly impact a primary relationship. Now, the decision might be about the relationship itself, the future of the relationship or lack thereof, or it could be about another area of life that will significantly impact the relationship, whether you're making the choice together or not. With that, we have the Ten of Wands. Tens represent cycle endings or cycle completion. The Ten of Wands represents a long-held heavy burden that has come to an end. This is like at the end of the rope, overwhelmed. I've got to lay this burden down. So it looks like there's a relationship central here that's been under some duress, or there's some issue that just feels like it's not getting solved. I feel like this is different than the partnership energy over here, but they're related in the sense that maybe it's trying to balance between two things. We'll keep going. Six of Wands, victory, triumph, success, being acknowledged, being recognized. Being recognized as somebody who's successful or who really knows what they're doing. Somebody who has overcome a lot of challenges to get to this point. With the Seven of Coins, reflection, consideration, taking a look at what you have invested in something and asking yourself, okay, what do I have to show for my efforts? Does it justify keeping going with this thing? Should I take everything and go somewhere else? Should I keep things as they are? It's interesting. I think I read sometimes for a group of people out there that are on the cusp of Cancer and Leo, because sometimes the readings kind of really have the same theme. I'm kind of getting that here too for Leo's mid-month Novembers as well. So the overall energy is the Hermit. which can be a card that represents solitary energy, but it can also represent somebody who has spent a lot of time, contemplating and seeking wisdom and knowledge and guidance and advice, and they have become that kind of person, and that's how they're viewed, which I think is what's going on here, because there's a strong partnership energy here. But I feel like there's two different things that are going on here, Cancer, but they kind of are symbolic of each other or represent something. Let's clarify that overall energy of the Hermit. Seven of Pentacles again, and the Three of Pentacles again. Pentacles is the same as coins. I'm using a different deck to clarify. It feels like you're working with a group of people, or you're going to be asked to work with a group of people who want you because of how they see you. They see you as somebody who has a lot to contribute, who's wise, who has a lot of experience and knowledge and insight, and can really be a benefit to this group, or putting together a group of some kind. Clarify Three of Coins. And by working together, for some of you, I mean, it's a general reading, so the specific details and intensity will vary, but for some of you, it might be like a traditional work thing, like your job. But for others of you, it might be something community related or church related or something like that. Or just in your social community. Clarify Three of Coins. It's an interesting reading. Because I feel like there's two different things going on here, but they affect each other. Clarify Three of Coins. The Six of Pentacles, so being gifted something. And the Knight of Cups. There's an offer, an opportunity for change. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are being asked to join a group, help with a group, or put together a group for some kind of purpose, some kind of common cause or goal. And again, that might be like an official work thing. It could be out in your community somewhere. Clarify Faith. Because there's a strong organizational energy to it. The Three of Wands. Starting to see your efforts paying off and feeling much more positive, hopeful, and optimistic about the future. I feel too like this may be a group or a community of some kind that you've been connected with for some time, and they may have watched you go through a lot of things and then finally get to a place where you were ready to make a change or a commitment in life moving forward, and because of that and because of the changes they've seen in you, it's kind of like they're drawing you in more and wanting you to be more involved and being more active and doing more. That's it's an interesting message, but it's very specific, and that's what I'm getting. But it feels like here there's this lover's energy, this relationship, partnership energy that, I mean, for those of you who aren't in a relationship, you can not, this part of the reading wouldn't apply to you, but the rest of it would. But I feel like there's a relationship energy here too that conflicts with this, and I feel like this has been an issue going on for some time, but because you're being more drawn into this stuff or this community or whatever this is, it's really starting to kind of create this real conflict or push and pull between you and this relationship, likely because your partner or whoever it is doesn't fit in with that, or doesn't want to, or doesn't follow the same road or ideology or something like that. And so it feels like it's getting to this point where you've actually got to decide which way for certain your life is going to go, and make sure all of your decisions are kind of oriented in that way, even in relationship energy, which again is why the relationship, I think, here is at a crossroads. Let's clarify it though. Yeah, an offer being made, somebody looking at it, not sure if they should take it or not. This is so much like Leo's reading. Trying to make a decision. Now, for some of you, it might be you and a partner being jointly invited to be part of this thing, and you're trying to consider it. Is it going to be too much work? But for others of you, I just feel like your life, you've made some changes and commitments in your life that have set you on a certain road, but that road conflicts with this partnership you have. Clarify 10 of Wands, feeling overwhelmed, or maybe that the relationship itself has its own issues. Hanging Man and the Magician, yeah. This is what's, it's like, I'm done. I feel so done. I can't fight this anymore. What is it? You're trying to manifest something here with the Magician, but with the Hangman, it's something that never manifests. It's like constantly trying to make something manifest within this relationship, partnership, around it, and it just, you just can't because the other person's not on board for it, right? And meanwhile, in the rest of your life, you're kind of on this other specific path that your partner isn't part of or doesn't want to be part of, or something like that, or is on the fringes, and it's, again, it's crossroads energy. It's all over this reading. It's like, okay, so if I continue further down this path that I'm on, I'm going to have to leave this person behind. So that it feels like that's where the crossroads, where you're at in this crossroads. For some of you, this might be, again, a joint decision you're making with your partner, and it's like, okay, we either commit wholeheartedly to this, or we need to pull back, because it's like trying to walk two different paths at the same time, and it's exhausting, and you can't do it at a certain point, which looks like it's now, and in the immediate future, you're going to have to choose, right? Let's look at this 6 of Wands and 7 of Coins. I think the 6 of Wands also has to do with how you're viewed by these other people as well. Somebody who's really who's overcome and continues to overcome a lot of challenges, particularly in the decisions and choices you make that are in your own best interest, but that may have been difficult for you. Yeah, Queen of Cups is clarifying that 6 of Wands. That's how people see you. The Empress, abundant, sensual, beautiful, feminine, for those of you who are women, giving birth to new things, birth to new things, planting things that are going to turn into a beautiful harvest. And the Hierophant, which is the same as Faith here, it's like a group or an organization of some kind that sees you this way. Judgment is with the 7 of Coins. And the reason that you're being seen this way is because, I don't know, I have to wonder how many people this is going to resonate for, but the message is so clear. It's like they've viewed you as somebody who spent a lot of time kind of looking at decisions and choices that you've made that perhaps weren't all that great for you. And you've made decisions to turn your life around, or to make choices to go in a completely different direction. And because of that, you're being applauded for that and seen as, somebody who's really overcome, like a real warrior. And because of that, they're pulling you more into that, kind of welcoming you more into that, into this energy, this world, this group, this, kind of life. And it's pulling you away from some kind of partnership or relationship, because the other person is not on this same path. And this is kind of that crossroads energy here, which can be very difficult. I think a lot of us have been through this at least once, where our life began to go down a path and that we decided we liked, but it varied from somebody we cared about, and you have to make that decision, for your own greater good. I feel that may be what this is here for some of you. Too many. All right. Any final guidance, advice, feedback from Spirit for Cancer for the last half of November 2022? Okay. 10 of Swords. This is about surrendering to a painful ending. It's at an end. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Free will, free agency, right? But we're looking for advice from Spirit And this is about calling something done. I mean, you've already got, and it's likely this partnership, because you've already, the partnership already has had some issues. You're trying to manifest something, and it just won't, it just can't. And you're like, this is done. I mean, this is you standing at the bottom of your mental and emotional well in 2 inches of water. It's pretty much run dry, and it's time to say, okay, right, I've done everything I could. It's time to walk away. And stop wasting time in this illusion that it's going to turn into something, the kind of long-term security and stability that you want. Because surrendering to that painful ending also opens up more options for you, limitless options and possibilities and potential for you in the future. The World, final endings, the last major arcana card in the tarot. So a significant chapter or set of chapters of your life has come to an end. This is a card of completion, graduation, and moving on to look at a whole new landscape full of different options and opportunities. So that's what Spirit is advising you to do, whether you do it or not. I mean, free will, free agency. But it means that it's in your own best interest, which means that it leads to your joy and fulfillment. So, okay. Interesting reading. Cancer, those were your messages. Those are your messages for the last half of November 2022. I hope you found them useful, or at least gave you some food for thought and something to chew on in however this resonates for you. Again, if this is something that really hits home for some of you, resonates, and you'd like to pull back the curtain a little bit and take a deeper look at it, reach out for a personal reading. Feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. You can also get that info by clicking the description link with this video. I will see you all in a couple of months for the December general readings. Until then, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.